Good morning, dear students, and welcomes in my YouTube channel. Today we start topic is be solid state. This lesson have maximum marks is be third. In this lesson, asked question is be two categories. First question is be very short answer of 1 marks, and second question is be short answer type question having 2 marks. We starts introduction of this lesson. First of all, arises question is to be what is substance? What is substance? All things are called as substance. All things are called substance which have its mass, its volume, and feelings by sense organs. And feelings by sense organs are called as substance. Like as pen, pencil, table, books, air, etc. These all substances have mass, volume, and feeling sensation. Okay, students, we know that substances have 3 states, like as solid, liquid, and gaseous state. But we know that solid state is a most important state of substance than liquid or gases. Therefore, in the 12th class, we studied about only solid state, and already we discussed about liquid and gases in previous class 11th, chapter 5, states of matter. Okay, so that students, what is solid? According to arrangement of constituent particles in a solid, constituent particles have minimum distance but have maximum intermolecular forces. Therefore, its shape and size and volume is be definite. And density of constituent particles is be high. And its BPMP of solids is be high. These are the properties of solid, not its definition. So that we studied about its definition. Okay, students. In introduction, first of all, you write down only definition of substance and types of matter, solid, liquid, and gas. And now definition of solid. Solids have highest melting point above room temperature or 1 atmospheric pressure. It means those substances called solid which have maximum melting point at room temperature or at 1 atm 1 atmospheric pressure are called as solid. Students, attention please. Definition of solid. Definition of solid explained by this definition: all matter called as solid, all matter called as solid which have maximum melting point at room temperature or 1 atmospheric pressure are called as solid. Now, properties of solid substance. Properties of solid substance. Solids have many properties, but following important properties are: first, all solid substances have definite shape and size and volume. Second property, constituent particles of solids have minimum distance but have maximum intermolecular forces of attraction. Intermolecular forces of attraction. Third point, all solids have high density. All solids have high density. Next property, solids do not have fluidity nature like as liquid. Fluidity nature like as liquid. It means like as liquid, they have no tendency to flow of liquid. This property is called as fluidity, but this property not present in solid. Next point, all solids are incompressible when applied pressure on the surface of solid. Incompressible. Next point, all solids have high MPBP, melting point and boiling point. Melting point and boiling point. These are the general properties of solids. Okay, understood? Students, as you know, in solid substance, constituent particles may be atoms, molecules and ions. Constituent particles may be atoms, molecules and ions. They may be arranged closely packed to each other. Therefore, density of solids will be high. Density of solid will be high and MPBP of solid substance will be high because arrangement of constituent particles is be closely to each other. Therefore, it cannot be easily melt at low temperature and it cannot be boils at low temperature. Therefore, its MP and BP should be high. Understood? These are the general properties of solid substances. Okay. Now we take next topic is be crystalline or amorphous solid. crystalline or amorphous solid. Students, it is a very important topic, and this questions is be held on 2020 exam, board exam. Write down two differences between crystalline and amorphous solid. Okay, students, we studied a general solid. In this solid, constant particles arranged in a definite pattern arrangement. Like that. Arrangement of constant particle is be similar horizontally and vertically. Then definition of crystalline solid. Those solids in which constituent particles arranged in definite manner and repetitive manner of constituent particles in three-dimensional space is be definite. These type solid are called as crystalline solid. Okay, it means those solid, this type solid, constant particles arrangement is be definite and arrangement of constant particles is be repetitive manner in three-dimensional space. Repetitive manner means one about to each other is be same pattern in long distance and forms three-dimensional space or geometry. This type solid is called as crystalline solid. The arrangement of constant particles is be called as long range order arrangement. Long range order arrangement. The arrangement of constant particle is called as long range order arrangement. It means at a greater distance arrangement of constant particles is be definite. Therefore, this terms is known as long range order arrangement. The arrangement of constant particles is be called as long range order arrangement. These solids are also known as true solids. It is also known as true solids due to definite regular arrangement of constant particles. Next point, these solids have cleavage property. Cleavage property. It means it shows cleavage property. What is this cleavage property? Cleavage property means when these type solid cut with knife, then it forms two equal smooth surface halves. These type solid when cut with knife, then it forms to equal smooth surface hulls. Equal and smooth surface hulls, this property is called as cleavage property. Okay, understood? Next point. These solids are anisotropic in nature. Anisotropic in nature. What is this? This property belongs to different properties found in different direction of crystal lattice. It means some property of solid substances like refractive index, resistivity, thermal and electrical conductivity, and mechanical strength is be found different in all direction or different direction. This property is called as anisotropic, and properties of substances is called as anisotropy. Students, it's explained by one example. It's explained by one example. Okay. Suppose one crystal lattice have different type constant particles in definite arrangement. In definite arrangement. One line belongs to similar type constant particles and other line belongs to different type particles. Same way in this manner. Suppose students, one direction belongs to AB is a similar type constant particles, but different direction have different particles. It means one particles is be larger then smaller, larger then smaller, larger. It means properties of solid substances is be different in different direction. In this direction AB constant particles have similar size, but in the direction of CD atom constant particles is be different size. Therefore we can say that properties of solid substances like as refractive index, like as resistivity, thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity and mechanical strength is be different in different direction. This property is called as anisotropy and its nature is called as anisotropic nature. Okay students, this property belongs to anisotropy. Okay students, next point of crystalline substances is B. Melting point of crystalline solid is B sharp. It means these solids have sharp melting point due to definite arrangement of constant particles. Okay students, next point, cooling curve of these type solids are discontinuous. It means cooling curve is be discontinuous. What is cooling curve? When graph plotted between temperature and time, temperature and time, temperature and time, graph forms this type. It means initially it it initially it decreased, and in between it is be constant, and finally it is be decreased. Therefore graph is called as discontinuous cooling curve. This graph belongs to discontinuous cooling curve. Examples of these categories of crystalline solid is be NaCl, KCl, MgSO4, Na2SO4, SiC, Al2O3, ALN, diamond, graphite, I2, CCl4, organ. These are the all examples, many examples of crystalline solid. Okay, students. Now we take amorphous solid. Amorphous means no shape, no geometry, disturbance, disturbed geometry. Amorphous means, it means those solids in which constituent particles arranged irregularly in three-dimensional space is called as amorphous solid. No special geometry present of constituent particles. Like it. Suppose this is a amorphous solids and arrangement of constituent particles is be irregularly or indefinite. Like that. This type of pattern of constituent particles is be called as short range order arrangement. You know, crystalline solid is also called as arrangement of constituent particle, long range order arrangement, and this short range order arrangement, it means initially arrangement of constituent particles is be regular, but after some distance it would be irregular or disturbed. Therefore this type of arrangement is called as short range order arrangement. Okay, students. Next, these solids are also called as pseudo solids. Pseudo solid. Why this term is used? Due to arrangement of indefinite or irregular of constituent particle. And these solids are also known as super cooled liquid. Super cooled liquid. This term is especially used for amorphous solid. Super cooled liquid. What is the means of super cooled liquids? The tendency to flow of liquid present in solid substances like as glass. Glass is a amorphous solids, and these solids have tendency to flow of liquid, tendency to flow like as liquid. Therefore it is called as super cooled liquid. Explain with one example. Explain with example. Suppose quartz is a crystalline solid. Quartz is a crystalline solid and glass is a amorphous solid. Arrangement of ancient particles in this in long range order arrangement in this form. In this form, long range order arrangement. But in glass, we know that glass is a amorphous solid. Therefore, arrangement of ancient particles HB short range order arrangement. It means it is disturbed after some distance. How can we change it quartz into glass? Yes, we can change it quartz into glass. It means when quartz heated at high temperature and after some time it's cooled, then its long range order arrangement converted into short range order arrangement. Therefore, quartz can be converted into glass. These questions belong to NCERT Outtech question. What is the question? Question is B. What is the difference between quartz and glass? Can we change quartz into glass? How it's create? This question. First of all, write down its answer. What is the answer? Quartz is a crystalline solid and glass is a amorphous solid. It is the basic difference between quartz and glass. And quartz may be converted into glass when quartz initially heated and after cooled it, then it's can be converted into glass because its long range order arrangement of constant particles changes in short range order arrangement in this process. Understood? Okay students, next points. So then words supercooled liquid is the tendency to flow like a liquid. One question HB belongs to in old glasses of windows and gates. HB thicker in bottom than top of windows. It means glass is a amorphous solid. Therefore, glass have tendency to flow of liquid like a liquid, so that glass can be flow in the effect of gravitational. Therefore, it become thicker in bottom and thinner in top of windows. Okay students, next point of amorphous solids is B. They have no tendency to cleavage property. They have no tendency to cleavage property. It means it does not show cleavage property. amorphous solids does not shows cleavage property, because when it cut with the knife, then it becomes to unequal roughened surface. Therefore, these solids do not have cleavage property. Okay, students. Next point, these solids melted at a definite range of temperature. In crystalline solids, melting point of these solids are sharp, means crystalline solids have sharp melting point. But amorphous solids melted at a definite ranges of temperature. Therefore, its cooling curve is be continuous. When graph plotted with temperature and time, then temperature is be decreased with increased time and graph will be continuous. Okay, students. Next point, these solids are isotropic in nature. We know that crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature. Now, amorphous solids are isotropic in nature because properties of solid substances like as refractive index, resistivity, thermal conductivity, electrical conductivity, and mechanical strengths are equal in all directions. Therefore, nature of solids is be isotropic and properties of solid substance is called as isotropy. Students, in this manner, it means like that in all direction. Similar type molecules present in all directions. It means all properties have same in all direction. This property is called as isotropy property. Okay, students, it is the major difference. Now, examples of amorphous solid. Examples of amorphous solid is be, students, first, glass. Glass is a amorphous solid, but fiberglass is a crystalline solid. It is the major difference. Glass and fiberglass. These are the two terms belongs to different types of solids. Glass is a amorphous solid, but fiberglass is a crystalline solid. Second example, rubber. All types rubber, natural rubber, synthetic rubber, Buna S, Buna N, these are the synthetic rubber. Natural rubber, isoprene. In the chapter of polymer, we discussed in more details. Third, all plastics, all type plastics used in this category. Next, for all polymers, those molecules or compounds have like as polyvinyl chloride, polyethylene, polyacrylonitrile, polymethyl methacrylate, polytetrafluoroethylene like as Teflon. These are the polymers belongs to amorphous solids. Okay, students. It is the basic difference between crystalline or amorphous solid. Students, in next video we studied about types of crystalline solid. Okay students.